Totally different. I've got two little girls. These are not servants' children. These are children.
Household children.
Household children, these are. I said two little girls, but then on seeing them together, this could well be a little lad. Definitely of the same family, they've got the same sort of, it's more like strawberry blonde hair.
The staff downstairs late at night have heard these balls, the snooker balls, being ricocheted around the table, as if someone's up here playing with them, like kids would just... In this investigation, I want the PSI guys to monitor sound, especially up in the snooker room. Also, the cries of a baby. If we can capture that here on audio, that is going to be absolutely amazing, because it's very, very rare that you can come across or record that kind of evidence.
With so many different energies to consider, both inside and outside the castle walls, it remains to be seen what the paranormal study and investigation team will detect here. As night falls, they arrive to set up their equipment.
We generally hit the term ghost hunters. We don't feel it's descriptive of what the team actually do. What we do is actually we experiment, we investigate, we interview. So we come at the whole subject of the paranormal from a completely sceptical and yet open mind.
The people that work here have all reported different things. Some have reported feeling a hand on their shoulder, others have reported hearing a baby crying. We've got one of those again, so it's good if we get audio set up and obviously monitor that. We've got the snooker room, which is just through there, where the click of snooker balls have been heard late at night when nobody's been there. And Marion's been in there and she's sensed children, but I think it's worth setting up some controlled object tests in there, something that a child would play with. Because you just never know, you know, in the dead of night, once the house calms down, the staff have gone home, you know, things may come out to play. Okay.
In theory, you do look for the cases like this, you know, buildings with such history, and you come with a lot of high expectations, but actually, as a research team, we have actually had a lot of results in just simple 2 up, 2 down houses. So it is easy to get carried away coming to a location like this, but that's all part of the fun, I suppose.
We're going to hook this filter up to this CCTV camera, and there will be infrared light shining onto the table here. And if there's anything that is just beyond our vision capabilities, hopefully this will enhance it. I'm gonna stick a condenser mic up here and monitor that from the base station, and if anything's picked up, we'll catch that as well. The activities that people are hearing in here would correspond with children's playing games. So I've got a few of my son's toys, little trains, and I thought I'm gonna set up a little toy train and see if a child will play with it.
Having wired the castle for sound and vision, all the team can do now is wait. Downstairs, Tony and Roddy of the PSI have set up a vigil in the cold store, where Sean claimed to have felt an unseen hand on his shoulder.
Maybe you want to tell us anything about yourself, or you want to tell us what job you done when you were alive. Anything about your life.
What's wrong with it? Shit. Brother, what's wrong? Turn around. Oh, shoot what I got.
What just happened? Hold on. What just happened to you there?
Just like someone rubbed something across the back of my neck. I had my head down looking into the camera, looking into the one that just straight across the back of my neck, just like that.
And it couldn't have been your jacket.
No.
So what did you feel when you did get that kind of touch? Was it male, female, soft, hard?
I don't know. It just felt like a touch.
Just a kind of, hey.
I wouldn't say male, female, or anything. It was just a straight line across the back of the neck. And it did make me jump.
So it does seem that things are beginning to heat up a bit.
After Roddy's chilling encounter, the team decide to refocus their attention, moving cameras from the snooker room down to the ground floor.
Darren, see in the archway where you are, if you want to move over to the far side.
I would very much like to talk to Marion.
But still curious about the ghostly echo of children that he and Marion sensed upstairs, Andy returned to the snooker table alone. Fortunately, he remembered to bring a small voice recorder.
On my own, started to play snooker and set this at the end of the table and press record. So I just walked around and being as natural as I could, which is the best way to get EVPs, I think, sometimes. And this is what I got. Listen very carefully, it's a whisper. Shit, it's another one. Do you hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. As children.
Do you hear it? Andy. And it's in an Irish accent, which is
Amazing.
extraordinary because it goes with our belief.
Well,
that-
this is where I sense the
Yeah.
children.
But it also goes with our belief that when we do pass over, it's not just our energy that goes, it's our personality and the accent and
Yeah.
who you are goes with it.
Absolutely
Because
amazing.
it's just there.
Andy wants the PSI team to apply some of their scientific skepticism to his recording.
Right, lads, I've got this in the snooker room. I know what it says. I'm not going to say what it says. Just see what you guys think. Wait. There it is again.
Ah.
That's pretty.
Huh?
That's clear.
What do you think it says?
I can definitely hear Andy. I can hear
You're Andy.
You're Andy, you're picking.
There's definitely Andy. The first word is debatable.
But it's a Northern Ireland accent I'm picking up.
How long did it take you to get this?
4 minutes.
So we spend hours and hours on end
Sorry, guys.
doing everything that we can think of to try and capture
The only thing I
voices.
can think
You
of,
get
and this
a 4
sounds
minutes.
a little bit way off, is because when I walked into the snooker room, I introduced myself to the room. You know, my name's Andy. I'm going to play snooker.
The thing is he came in here, and this could have been anything. This could have said anything, you know. And the first thing we said was Andy. And here, look how solid that is compared to all the background noise. These are snooker balls being hit. I mean, that's the most solid noise in the room. You know, that's something that was louder than the balls hitting each other.
Couldn't
It was,
I hear it then? Logically, I should have heard that.
yeah, it's there. It's noise in the room. You know,
Yeah.
and it's obviously
Oh, yeah.
you're Andy.
You're
you know,
Andy,
and the
yeah.
chances of us thinking that without knowing, there's no power of suggestion there. You know, it's 50 million words. We could have thought that was.
After an eventful night, Marion is still perturbed by the unhappy children's presence she feels outside the castle walls. But her train of thought is disrupted by Andy, who's uncovered a dramatic piece of historical evidence.
I just got this book from Shirley. It casts an extraordinary light on what we found, the energy we found in the main entrance there by the archway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go in and have a read. It's a bit cold out here.
Calm down, calm down.
It's just through into this bit here. It's relevant to down here. When I first arrived, and I didn't tell you about this, within seconds of walking through that door, I got buzzed. I started to douse this area, nothing. That area, nothing. That area, nothing. Moved into this corner, bang, yes, 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 yes. I couldn't work out what it was. I couldn't pick up anything at that time.
Yeah.
But what it says here, during the summer of 1927, I got this from Shirley, this morning, when internal alterations were being carried out in Ardglass Castle, 2 terrible but fascinating events occurred. While work was being done to construct the former men's locker room, which was here,
Right.
or is here,
Yeah.
a secret room was uncovered. In one corner of this strange room was the figure of a tall man, standing with his back to the wall, knees bent, head dropped forward, dressed in a long green cloak. Now, you picked up a tall man.
Oh my goodness.
Regrettably, when the fresh air rushed into the room, the clothes and hair fell into dust, so it must have been there a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
About the same time, at the other end of the building, 3 former fireplaces were being removed. In the old walls, a coffin was found, and this old oak casket, when opened, revealed the body of a young male child, with the skull still having red hair.
The strawberry
attached.
blonde
The
hair.
strawberry blonde hair.
My God.
I think the word is bingo.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. I have to let spirit guide me where the energy wants to go. You know, come and show me is what I'm saying in my mind all the time. Take me, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? And it led me through here. But the energy, that's why I'm so amazed that the energy just behind here is exactly where I saw the tall gentleman.
History may also offer an explanation for the melancholy spirits of children that Marion sensed outside the castle when she first arrived. In the 1830s, Britain and Ireland were ravaged by cholera. The plague, which killed hundreds of thousands across Europe, was carried along trade routes from India. Busy ports were the first and hardest hit. Inevitably, Ardglass was one of them. The infected were isolated in special camps, one of which was set up here outside the castle walls.
I arrived here and immediately on entering the car park I was surrounded by children. It's almost as if they waited for me to arrive. There's something going on here. I can sense them all around me. I knew these children were in trouble. There was something to do with these children. And we've asked the historian, and it's clarified it all for us. He's told us that at one time in history, there used to be a barn, and in the early 1800s, all the children that had cholera were brought there, left there, in a sort of isolation ward, away from the rest of the town. But you can imagine what a child would feel, brought to this place perhaps by its mother or its father, left there, and then never to see them again. I'm going to try and corral all the energies that I can together, and I'm going to ask that, you know, their parents, their loved ones, grandmothers, brothers, sisters, anyone can come forward and collect all those that want to go. I can't force anybody to do anything, but I'm hoping with a lot of motherly love and the energy that Andy and I can move them on. I ask the mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters living beyond in the realms of light to come forward. Can you see your mummy or your daddy? Hold on tight. Into the light. Into the light. I think they've gone.
All right.
Try it. With the dowsers.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are there any children here? Gone. All right. Oh, let it go now. Let it go. Come on. Let it go. It's been poisoning you for days.
Yeah, it has. It has. As soon as I arrived, their energy was all around me. And, you know, and you try and do the rest of the work. And this is what I was meant to come here to do.
This investigation has uniquely touched all of us, I think, while we've been here. Marion's laid more ghosts to rest than she's found. The boys themselves have all agreed for once on an EVP. There wasn't a great deal of debate. It was so clear, it was there. And for me personally, to hear my name being called out by what I believe was the ghost of a child has touched me. I feel quite honoured. So it's really been a fascinating, eye-opening time here in Ardglass.
With the results of their investigation seemingly vindicated by history, Marion and Andy believe they've brought some peace to the ghosts of Ardglass. The question is, do you?
Another of Northern Ireland's greatest haunts next Tuesday at 10:40 when Andy Matthews and his team travel to Carrickfergus. Coming up, Darkness Revisited with Bruce Springsteen. Imagine next.
Ever stood in an empty room and felt you weren't alone? Psychic investigator Andy Matthews has.
Short of having an apparition walk through a wall and shake your hand, this is as close as you're going to get.
And he's not alone.